Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this quarterfinals match of the ESL UK Open. Yes, it's another quarterfinals match. I was able to get into another one before we moved on to the next round. So, this is the best of three, and here we go. Spawning up here in the top right-hand corner as the Pink Protoss. Playing for the Team GG Academy, we have Drolla. And spawning down here in the bottom right-hand corner, playing as the Purple Terran for some reason. Playing for Clan Milk, we have Zikto, or Zikto Mini, however you want to call him. For some reason, MilkZikto is playing as Terran, where his usual race is Zerg. He did qualify for the UK qualifiers as Zerg, so we will see what his Terran skills are like today. So this is going to be interesting. We'll see how this goes. Drolla, however, is a Masters player for the Team GG Academy, which is the system that Team GG has set in place where they search for young up-and-coming players, offer them free coaching for becoming part of Team GG. The ones that perform in the academy get into the main roster. The ones that don't perform in the main roster will either get kicked from the team or shoved into the academy. And that is how it works. And yeah, ignore the chat because that is someone PMing me because Team GG has a clan war against Team Fluid this Saturday. I say this Saturday. This video probably won't be up by this Saturday because of my evil internet speed. And it's a strange wall off here from Zikto, so kind of unsure what he's doing here. A little bit of drone probe micro, I apologise. And they're from GGDrolla, so we will see how that goes. But yeah, Drolla is showing a lot of promise, and Zikto showing that has been showing for a while now that he is one of the top UK Zergs, and we don't really know how or where that came from. Zikto just appearing out of nowhere and showing that he is one of the top, winning the first UK qualifier, knocking out Bling and Johnny Rico. That is an incredible feat. Two of the top UK players in the... I was about to say in the world, but that was incredibly obvious. So, now you know, and Drolla asking a bit late whether it's only cross, as he's already scattered out his opponent, and here comes MilkZikto into Drolla's base, so now he knows. First Zealot is just about to finish up for Drolla, so he will chase that SCV round and miss it completely, as it gives his Zealot the run around. Oh, the Zealot will get two slices off on that SCV, but that SCV will get out of there toot sweet. Drolla is chrono boosting out that first Stalker and that Warp Gate research, so he will see what he can do with that. First gas is up and has 3 workers mining, so we probably won't be seeing a heavy Stalker pressure yet from what he has. So we're not going to be seeing a 4 gate, for example, with just Stalkers, as that would be 2 gases. But he is going to destroy this supply depot, and there we go. Here's the expansion down for Drolla. So no really early heavy pressure from him yet. First bunker coming down for, well, first bunker already down for Zikto at the moment, playing very safe. I apologise, that was another yawn. I'm incredibly tired, need more sleep. And he's sort of making a partial wall off with a second barracks. This bunker and this supply depot, pretty big gap here, but he will obviously attempt to fill that in. And here comes the orbital command out of MilkZikto, so we'll see what he does with that. Also with 3 workers mining on his first gas. Getting down the tech lab for this barracks, so he will probably attempt to get the combat shield out first, or he could be attempting to go into Marauders first and be getting out that concussive shell. We will see. There is the tech lab. What will he start researching on it? He has enough gas. First he's going to chase out these 2 scouting units, and there is the concussive shell. He's going straight into Marauders. Here is the first Marauder on its way out for him right now. Neither player has begun upgrades as the Robo begins to come down for GGDrolla. We'll see what he's doing. We have the 3-gate Robo coming out of Drolla with the double gas, both with 3 workers, and he will probably place gas down on his expansion, which has just been scanned by MilkZikto here. Sorry, I'm getting very confused because I keep thinking, Terran player, who is it? Purple Terran. Org? No, wait, he's green. But no, it is Zikto. That is very confusing. Zikto's expansion is now fully up and almost and fairly saturated. He's doing a fairly good job of saturating that as quick as possible using a second command center taking workers off of his first mineral patch and placing them onto the natural mineral patch, and obviously spraying mules wherever he can, willy-nilly, doesn't care. The supply depot's taken a bit of damage but doesn't need to repair that yet. Repair costs minerals, and this early in the game minerals do count, even though MilkZikto is floating at 200, 300, 100. Wow, that is going down very quickly. Minerals. The expansion command center is about halfway complete, and so is the factory. So we will see. Nope, not halfway complete. Sorry. Where is that tech lab? Tech lab coming down for MilkZikto, so he will be using that to get upgrades. Zikto stopping himself from getting supply blocked with the supply drop right now, which is obviously free supply, but obviously is a word I'm using quite a lot at the moment. Yep, he would be better off using that in mules to get out more marines, more marauders for this triple M ball that he is going. Once that factory is complete, he will put down the reactor on that factory, begin building that starport, and once that is complete, he will swap it over. Oh my god, swap it over with that factory, and we will see what he will do with that. Going into the Marine Marauder. Second tech lab is, or engineering base, sorry, is on the way. So going for that double upgrade style. Already got out the what is it called? I have completely lost it. The combat shield, that is it. So we will see. There is the starport. Where is that reactor? There it is. Good timing there by Zikto. By the time that reactor finishes, the starport should also be finished, so it should be fairly decent timing. And here comes the infantry armor level 1 from MilkZikto. So definitely going for... I am dead. I have fucked up this cast because of a lack of sleep. Right, note to self, if I ever plan on casting, get enough sleep. If I ever plan on solo casting, I really need to get enough sleep. So there is the reminder, not live on stream, live on YouTube camera from the past. Hello future, how are the zombies? Oh my god. Oh dear. I'm going to read this to you guys. You know you're a top caster when you say the Zerg player Goldsnake likes to play a very Zerg style. Now I can see you getting away with that, Mr. Drizzle. For example, you could say a Zerg style that isn't a Zerg style. Wow, I'm buggering this up already. Yep, top commentator in the EU right here. Absolutely. But playing a very Zerg style would basically be the continuous remaxing, the never-ending waves. Broodlords are a very Zergy style. What isn't a Zerg style, however, would be a slow, methodical push across the map with just a couple units. So Lurkers weren't exactly in the Zerg style, I would say personally, which is why they're currently not in, and in Heart of the Swarm will be replaced by the Swarm Host, which is evil. That thing that spawns locusts. That is going to be a pain in the ass. That combined with Broodlords and Infestors, you can have a max supply of Infestors, Broodlords and Swarm Hosts, and then have a continuously remaxing army using Infested Terrans and Broodlings and Locusts, and there would be nothing your opponent could do about it. The only way they would be able to do it is to push forward onto your other units, but obviously that is a terrible idea versus Broodlords, and you will die. Just throw a couple spine crawlers in there, you are fine. There goes the probe transfer onto the third base of Drolla, so making sure he's keeping up his mining. And Zikto is also already on his third base and has had it up for a fair amount of time with this little supply depot wall off. Neither player being very aggressive, and just as I say that, there goes MilkZikto out with this heavy bio force. Does he have any medevactive? So there they are. And something just died, I'm not sure where, obviously on the Sunnaga Tower. So there we go. Continuing to spam out units here for MilkZikto. He is on a fair amount of barracks and has managed to get himself supply blocked. Congratulations, MilkZikto. We'll probably throw down a supply drop to free up some supply. But here come two supply depots as well. Will he bother with the supply drop? Yep, I'm pretty sure I heard one there. Nope, that was a Viking. And, oh, sneaky little drop here in the back of the natural for MilkZikto, picking up a lot of his units. Will Marauder get out of there alive? No, the Marauder does go down. Those Colossus doing a great job. Good force field on the front of the base though as well, but it doesn't matter as MilkZikto went around the side. Great force fields preventing his opponent's units from running away. Split units in half, trapping a good bunch of Marauders there, able to slice them to bits with those Zealots. And the rest of his units are trying to pick off as much as they can, but it is now time for them to leave as here come the Stalkers trying to pick off the Medivacs, but the Medivacs will get out of there alive with their precious cargo of 6 Marauders. All the Marines in that attack did perish, other than these ones that are currently heading back across the map. spotted by this observer, so Drolla doesn't know. But the main threat of the attack is gone, except for this drop here in the natural. Again, MilkZikto being a real pain in the arse here for Drolla, killing off all of those zealots with those marines. Marines obviously have a much higher DPS than those marauders, but here come the Colossus, just able to tear them to bits. Oh, he does have blink, I was about to say, so you've blinked a couple more units forward, could possibly have done a bit more damage, but that is a lot of damage done by MilkZikto right now. If we look here, workers killed by Drolla 1, killed by Zikto 18, and the units killed are exactly the same. However, Zikto's units have been killed, have been marines and marauders. The majority of the ones that have been killed by Drolla, sorry, the ones that have been killed for Drolla have been zealots, so he has been able to save a lot of his gas and not lose as much. He is also currently researching Storm, which is exactly what he needs to do in this situation. When you're in a situation where your opponent has a heavy bio army, the best thing you can do, and I mean this, the absolute best thing you can do, is simply get as much splash damage as possible. I mean, we have seen in previous UK Opens where players like Orc, for example, have managed to come back from huge supply deficits purely by going Archon, Colossus, High Templar with Storm. And that is because the Bio Force is just so powerful in its DPS, but it dies so quickly to all Protoss splash damage. It is the ultimate weapon against Bio, and it can win you a game. So the Storm is currently finishing up. Forward pylon for Drolla dying right now. Good spot there by MilkZikto, setting down his 4th base, way ahead of Drolla at the moment. Drolla is not expanding at the moment at all due to the huge amount of damage he has taken on his expansions already. Warping in a load of High Templar, going to gather the energy on those to get some Storms, and will probably combine a couple into Archons when he can. Let us check on the upgrade count at the moment. Drolla is currently on +2 armor and +2 attack with +3 researching. The same is true for Zikto, but he also has +1 ship weapons already and is researching +2. Here comes a very heavy push out from Drolla. Sorry, not from Drolla, from Zikto. Drolla does notice this coming thanks to his observer. Cancelled his expansion, and he does have a fair sizable force here. There are those High Templar. They do have the Storms. The Ghost Academy is not finished up for MilkZikto yet, so he does not know that these ghosts will be here. There's a little scam, manages to take down that observer. And Zikto trying to fool his opponent, trying to fool it, but no. Manages to stick around. Oh, terrible Storm there by Drolla. Completely missing everything there. But now he has revealed the presence of Storms. There is that Zealot going to have a little scout around, trying to find out where the army is. And here he comes. Drolla is moving out, scouting around, trying to not lose anything really important. Walking in a couple more Stalkers. Not sure I like that idea at this point. At this point, with the amount of marauders in this force, which he has seen, he should really be going for more zealots in this situation. And no, we're going for a double-pronged attack. The Colossus coming down, huge storm on all of the Vikings, like sitting in those storms. Heavy blink forward from those Stalkers, and Drolla is now moving forward into the attack that went in at his back base. And here comes MilkZikto again, stemming up the ramp. The Colossus are there, force fielding behind the units. There is no way they're escaping. The Vikings are on the high ground, however. The Stalkers are trying to focus them down, but there's just too many Vikings right now. Aggressive blink forward, but onto the low ground. So now Zikto just took the high ground, and Drolla GG's there. That was a really, really heavy push there from MilkZikto. Manages to kill off the majority of Drolla's force. Poor Storms there from Drolla, could have used them better on the Bio army. The Colossus did go down, so unfortunately for Drolla, it is now 1-0 for MilkZikto. Join me next time for the next game in this best of 3 series.